Bernays, on the other hand, was a double nephew of Sigmund Freud, by his mother who was Freud's sister, and of his father's sister Martha Bernays Freud, who married Freud. During World War I, Bernays worked for the Wilson administration with the Committee on Public Information, also known as the CPI or the Creel Committee. It was influential in promoting the idea that America's war efforts were primarily aimed at, quote, bringing democracy to all of Europe, end quote. Stunned by the degree to which the slogan of, quote, democracy was successful in swaying public opinion, Bernays wondered whether this propaganda model could be employed during times of peace. Due to negative connotations associated with Germans' use of the word propaganda, Bernays opted for the term public relations. Bernays' thinking was heavily shared by and influenced Lippmann, who sat on the CPI with Bernays, quoting him extensively in his seminal work called Propaganda. Citing works of Freud and Lippmann, Bernays pioneered the field of public relations and its use of psychology and other social sciences to shape public opinion. Bernays described the masses as irrational and subject to herd instinct, and outlined how skilled practitioners could use crowd psychology and psychoanalysis to control them in desirable ways. Therefore, according to Bernays, quote, if we understand the mechanism and motives of the group mind, is it not possible to control and regiment the masses according to our will without their knowing about it? The recent practice of propaganda has proved that it is possible, at least up to a certain point and within certain limits, end quote. Bernays later called this scientific technique of opinion modification the, quote, engineering of consent, a variation of Lippmann's, quote, manufacture of consent. In the book Public Opinion, written in 1922, Lippmann wrote, quote, that the manufacture of consent is capable of great refinements no one, I think, denies. The process by which public opinions arise is certainly no less intricate than it has appeared in these pages, and the opportunities for manipulation open to anyone who understands the process are plain enough. As a result of psychological research coupled with the modern means of communication, the practice of democracy has turned a corner. A revolution is taking place, infinitely more significant than any shifting of economic power. Under the impact of propaganda, not necessarily in the sinister meaning of the word alone, the old constants of our thinking have become variables. It is no longer possible, for example, to believe in the original dogma of democracy, that the knowledge needed for the management of human affairs comes up spontaneously from the human heart. Where we act on that theory, we expose ourselves to self-deception and to forms of persuasion that we cannot verify. It has been demonstrated that we cannot rely upon intuition, conscience, or the accidents of causal opinion if we are to deal with the world beyond our reach. If you enjoyed this video and you feel like it resonated with you on a level of magnitude, and you feel like procrastination is also something that you are dealing with and you're always following and falling down a convenient path that is always easier and never actually good for you, and you want to break the cycles of procrastination that you're constantly in, and you want to stop giving yourself away to these easy, simple pleasures that don't fulfill you, and you want to work on developing your own decentralized freedom when it comes to building good habits for yourself, then sign up for a free consultation call down below with me, and we can talk about the methods and the techniques that you will need to know so that you can develop those aspects of yourself to reach a greater, higher potential. So with that said, make sure to click on the link in the description below, and I look forward to talking to you very soon.